when you say list, array, both are same only. Only one extra issue is list can grow or reduce its size based on business requirement. I can increase my size, I can decrease my size based on my business requirement. I repeat, list and array both are same only. Only the additional advantage what we have on the list is the size of the list can grow or decrease based on runtime requirement. And also in the list we have some predefined methods to support your operations. To perform the operations, to retrieve or delete the elements, list has some predefined methods. List and set, once again, list and array both are same in terms of the concept. But only the advantage of list is it can increase the size and it can decrease the size based on the requirement. Array cannot increase or decrease. Apart from this, every concept of list and set both are same. The concept of list and set both are going to be same. Only the additional advantage of list is it can increase or decrease size. As I told you, array of 10, size of 10 elements is given. It will not decrease or increase in future. You cannot increase or decrease in the future. But when you say list, no memory is allocated. I will keep allocating the memory as the new elements are added. So it can grow, it can decrease its size. People have followed? Okay. Now look at this. When I am going for the list, I am going for the list. If you are going for a list, list is a collection of similar elements. List is a collection of similar elements. List is a collection of similar elements. List is a collection of similar elements where size of the list can grow or decrease dynamically. Size of the list can grow or decrease dynamically as per runtime requirement. The size of the list can grow or decrease as per the runtime requirement. List is a collection of similar elements where the size of the list can grow or decrease dynamically as per the runtime requirement. Now, elements in the list are referred based on, are referred using index. Elements in the list are referred using index. Index value always start from index value. You start with next. List accepts duplicate elements. List accepts duplicate elements. The next we have list maintains insertion order. What do you mean by insertion order? The order in which you have inserted, in the same order the elements will be stored. Suppose if I inserted 10 first, 20, 30, 40. Elements are stored exactly in the same order. The order in which you have stored, the order in which you have inserted the elements, in the same order they will be stored. Order of insertion is maintained. Now, syntax. The syntax of the list, a list of data type, list name equal to new list of data type. List of data type, list name equal to new list of data type. Now if I am giving list of integer, What is the value of ages? List of string. List of account. I have created a list of integer, list of string, list of account. Is it a primitive or reference? They are reference. Now, a list of account ACC is a reference. First, we need to allocate a memory, then only the elements can be stored. It's a first allocate the memory, then only we can store the values. Now, what are the values that we have? Null, null, null. Because if you want to refer to the reference variables, first the memory should be allocated. Unless the memory is allocated, we cannot store the value. So, how do you allocate the memory now? List of integer age is equal to list of string this is how we treat it. List of integer, list of string, list of account. What are the methods we have? So in the list class, list is a predefined fx class. In the list class, we have some methods. What is the method we have? Add. What is the purpose of this method? This method is used to insert new element in the list. Add element. This method is used to insert a new element into the list. Let us take an example. I am taking list of integer age is equal to new list of integer. I created a list to store the integer value. So how do you insert the values? List name. What is the name of the list? Ages. How do you insert it? How do you insert? Name of the list dot add. What is the element you want to insert? Name of the list dot add. Name of the list dot add. List name dot add the element. Ages dot add. Or let us say, I told you list accept duplicate elements. So I have inserted 10, 20, 30, 10. So let me execute this. Go to the developer console. The list u dot when you click on execute, we get the data. So look at the values what we are getting here. 10, 20, 30, 10. So the order in which I inserted is, what is the order of my insertion? My insertion is 10, 20, 30, 10. In which order they are stored? 10, 20, 30, 10. That's the reason I told order of insertion is maintained. So whenever we add a new element, where is that element added? Automatically it is added at the last position. Whenever we add a new element, it is added at the last position. Order of insertion is maintained. Order of insertion is maintained. What was that? Add. This method is used to add new elements into the list. It is add. This method is used to add new elements to the list. Internally, they are going to get order of insertion we are taking. how the elements are stored. I told you, even in the list, like array only the elements are stored. I told you, elements in the list are also referred by what? Index. Elements in the list are also referred by what? Index. I hope you are clear with this. Elements in the list are referred by using index. Elements in the list are referred by using index. Like an array only, elements are stored internally here. Let me give you next method. No, I don't want element to be added at last position. According to my requirement, I want the element to be added at the third position. I want the element to be added at the fourth position. You don't want to add the element at the last position. You want to add the element at particular position. Then what we use? Second method. Ages dot add index comma. What is the purpose of this? This method will add new element at the given index. When you say ages dot add, when you say add index comma element, so what is the meaning of this? This method will add a new element at the given index. The same example I am going to take. Now, what is the structure of our elements? 10, 20, 30, 10. Then I told ages dot add 1 comma. I told ages dot 3 comma. Like this we made. When I told ages dot add 1 comma 90 means, so we have at 0 position what we have? 10. So the element at 0 position is 10. Then at 1 position we are adding what? Ages dot add 1 comma 90. At 1 position insert 90. So when I insert 1 at 90, the remaining elements will be moving to the right. This is how we have inserted. Add the element at the first position. Generally, when you say add, elements are going to be inserted at the last position. But you don't want to add the element at the last position. You want to add the element at a given index. So what is the index we give? 1 comma 90. So next one, ages dot add 3 comma 70. Insert the element called 70 at the third position. When you say insert the element at the third position, we are going to insert. Like this, the element is added. So at the third position, we have inserted 70. The elements are moved to the right. Are you getting my point? If you want to add the element at particular index, then we use what? List name dot add index comma element. List name. What is the name of the list? Ages. Ages dot add index comma element. This is what I told. Go back to the structure again. Add 1 comma 90. System dot debug. This is what it is. Look at the structure what we received. 10, 20, 30, 10 is the first value. I told you insert the value at first position. So we got 10, 90, 20, 30, 10. I told you insert the 70 at third position. 10, 90, 20, 70, 30, 10. Are you clear about the structure? The same thing I got. 10, 90, 20, 70, 30, 10. As per the order. I hope you are clear with this. So if you want to add, come again. I am printing all the values. For loop is to take one by one value and display. I am not giving one. I told list value. Complete set I am displaying at one time. Complete set I am displaying at one time. For loop is used to refer to one by one value. It's not for display. It's to write logic on that. It's to refer to one by one value. Okay. Fine. Let us go back to the next one. We are going with the next concept, and that is how to add multiple elements. How to add multiple elements. Now this is a list of one by one element I am adding. If you want to add a group of elements at a time, what is the method we have? We are going with third one. Add on. Add on. What is the purpose of this add on? If you want to add a group of elements, list I want to add to a list. Set I want to add to a list. If you want to add a list of elements or a set of elements to a list, if you want to add a list of elements, the elements which are in another list, you want to add it to this list. You want to add a set to this list. Then we go for what? Add all. What is the purpose of this? This is to add list or set of elements to a list. Let me demonstrate this. Method is used. Add list or set of elements. This method is used to add list or set of elements to the list. This method is used to add list or set of elements to a list. If you want to add a list of elements or a set of elements, then we are going to use add on. So let me give you. I got a list of integer my values. List of integer. We will go with the static allocation. How can I give you static allocation? 10, 20. Right. Now I am taking list of integer. Age is equal to list of. How do you add it? Age is dot 10. You are given. Then I am printing here system dot debug. So when you print system dot debug, what are the values you are going to get? 10, 20. When you say add, one element is added at the last position. List name, ages is what? Name of the list. What is the name of the list? Ages. Ages dot list dot add element. In this list, add this element. Like this, how many elements I added? 10, 20. Now what I am giving here? Ages dot add all. Ages dot add all my values. When you say ages dot add all my values, all the values of all the elements in my values are added to what? Ages. You are trying to add a list to another list. You are trying to add a list to another list. So if I give system dot debug, so we are going to get 10, 20. To this list, again, what are the elements that are added? 10, 20. List of values are added to another list. List of values are added to another list. When you want to add a list of elements to a list, when you want to add a list of elements to a list, then we are going to use what? Add all. This method is used to add list of elements to a list. This method is used to add set of elements to a list. Whenever you want to add list of elements or a set of elements, then we use what? Add all. Then we use what? Add all. So look at the format. Stop integer. Values. saying ages dot add all. Trying to print system dot debug. Next. So we got here 10, 90, 20, 70, 30, 10. The same set followed by 10, 20, 30. These are list of elements added at a time. All clear? When you want to add a list of elements to a list, then we are going to use what? Add all. Then we are going to use add all. People have followed this point? The next we are going to use the next method. What is the next method we have? This will remove all the elements from the list. Remove. Okay. What is that? Clear. Clear means this will remove all the elements from the list. Clear. This will remove all the elements from the list. Clear. This will remove all the elements from the list. What list of integer? I'm trying to print system dot debug. You see ages. What are the values we are going to get? 10, 20. I told ages dot clear. When I say ages dot clear, remove all the elements from the. When I say system dot debug again, clear. Remove all the elements from the list. This method is going to remove all the elements from the list. Remove all the elements from the list. This method will remove all the elements from the list. Go back here. The set I am going to give ages dot clear. Age is not clear. So what I'm doing here? Execute. Go back. Debug. What happened? All the elements which are there in the list, they are removed. Clear. Remove everything from the list. Empty. It is not null now. If you remove everything, it is not null. It is what? Empty. It is what? Empty. If you want to remove all the elements, we use what? Clear. Clear is the method which is used to remove all the elements from the list. No, I don't want to remove all the elements. I want to remove particular element. Then what we say? Remove index. When you say remove index, what will happen? This is going to remove element at the given index. This is going to remove element at the given index. Remove index. What is the purpose of this? This will remove element from. This will remove element from the given index. Remove of index. This will remove element from the given index. Remove of index. This will remove element from the given index. What was this? List of integer. Stop. Your age is not at 10. Then I told system dot debug. Then what is the element that we are going to get? 10, 20, 30. Where they have index of 1. I'm removing ages dot remove. We say ages dot remove 1. Remove the elements from index 1. So what is the set of values we got? 10, 30. System dot debug ages. Remove the element which is at the index 1. Remove the element which is at index 1. So what is the element that is at index 1? 20. So remove the element called 20. So we have 10, 30, 40. Again I have index. When you remove what are the index values that we have now? Again I am using ages dot remove. Remove the element which is at index 2. When I say system dot debug, if you want to remove an element at particular position, if you want to remove an element at particular position, then what we use? Remove index. Remove the element which is available at particular index. Remove the element which is available at particular index. Remove the element which is available at particular index. I hope I'm clear. People have followed. Right. Next. You want to get a element which is at particular index. You want to get the element which is at particular index. Then what we use? Get off. If it is a list of integer, at second position, what value will be there? It is a list of integer. If it is a list of integer, what value will be at second position? Integer. If it is a list of account, at third position, what will be there? Account. If it is a list of opportunities, at 10th position, what will be there? Opportunity. Right? So what was this? This method. Then element which is available at this method will return element which is available at a given index. This method will return element which is available at a given index. Get off index. This method will return you the element which is available at a given index. So I am taking a list of integer age is equal to new list of info add file. We received the values like this. Then I have given system.debug. So it's going to give me so this is how we got here 10, 20, 30, 40. We received the values in this form. Now I am asking you to get me the value at first position. Integer a equal to ages dot get is a system dot debug a. So get the element which is at the first position. Get me the element which is at the first position. Got here integer b equal to ages dot get off. Get me the element which is at the third position. System dot debug. When you say get the element at a given index, get the element at the given index. List dot get off 1. Get me the element which is at the first position. List dot get off 3. Get me the element which is at the third position. So list dot get off index. Get me the element which is at the first position 20. Get dot okay. List dot get off 3. Get me the element which is available at index 3 40. Index 3 40. So if you want to retrieve the element from a list, we use what? Get off index. This is to retrieve the data of the list. Get it is to retrieve the data of the list. People have followed this? Right. Let us take the next one. We have This method will sort the elements in the ascending order. This method will sort the elements in the ascending order. This method will sort the elements in the ascending order. This method will sort the elements in the ascending order. Sort. This method will sort the elements in the ascending order. When I give that list of I'm taking some value 20, 10, 90. We are taking the values. Now I'm giving it system dot debug. Then what are the values we are getting here? 20, 10. I'm giving it ages dot sort. When you say ages dot sort, it will sort the elements in the ascending order. So how the elements are sorted? 10, 20, 30, 50. Sort the elements in the ascending order. It is only sorting the elements in the ascending order. If you want to sort the elements in the descending order, you have to write your own logic. So they have only a predefined method to sort the elements in ascending order. Suppose if you are taking a string alphabetical order. Suppose if you are taking a subject based on the name field. Okay. Let us go to the next one. We have is empty. What is the purpose of this method? This method will run true if the this method will run true if the list is empty. Is empty. This method will run true if the list is empty. So I'm giving it Boolean. So what is the value we are putting it? It is empty. It is empty. If I give it like this, list of integer ages, Boolean flag age dot is empty. It is not empty, it is what? Null. It is what? Null. If you don't assign the memory, it becomes what? Null. So if it's empty means what? Allocated a memory, but no elements in the list. Allocated a memory, but there are no elements in the list. Then it's what? There is a error. What is that error? Ages dot is empty. It is not empty. It is what? Error. It is a null pointer exception. First, if you want to apply the methods, allocate the memory first, then apply the methods. If you want to apply the methods, first allocate the methods, then apply the methods. Allocate the memory first, then apply the methods. Last we have size. This will return number of elements. Which specifies number of elements in the list. Which specifies number of elements in the list. Size. This will return you. This will return integer value which specifies number of elements in the list. So I got here list of integer age is equal to new list of integer. I told integer dot size. When you say size, this will give you number of elements in the list. So the number of elements in the list are size. This is going to return you number of elements in the list. Size. This is going to return you number of elements in the list. It is going to return you number of elements in the list. It is going to return you number of elements in the list. Number of elements in the list. People have followed this. Go back. Let me give you one more structure. Let us understand what is this clone functionality. Dot debug. So go back and see. If you use a clone, what we are getting. I am using a functionality called clone. If you use a functionality called clone, what is the value we are getting? What is that? Same list I cloned. Same list I cloned. The same list. What are the elements that are there in the list? What are the elements that are there in the list? One is cloned. It is cloned. Let's say it is dot get hash code. They don't have any hash code method. Fine. We finish this first. What is the method that we have now? This will create new instance of list with the same set of this will create a new instance of the list with the same data in this. It will create a new instance of the list with the same data. It will create a new instance of the list with the same data. It's going to create one more list. One more list. It's going to create one more list. It's going to create one more list with the same data. Data will be same, but list is different. Data is going to be same, but list is different. This is how we created this.